Hey guys, happy to see you, happy to be here. I'm Kisa, your favorite tarot reader, and today we are going to go over the energy in the month of July for the sign of Aries. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're back, thank you for being back. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you're looking for a private reading just for you, they're available 7 days a week. All the information is in the description box. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel as well as check out my Facebook page. I am on there every day dropping tarot scopes, right, just for you. So in today's reading, we're going to go over the energy for the sign of Aries in the month of July. We're also going to talk about your love, your money, and any warnings that are coming up. Before we get started, let's go ahead and ground ourselves. Find yourself in a comfortable seat. Make your spine nice and long. Rub your belly like me. Close your eyes and breathe. There we go. Need to ground ourselves before it's time, as it's time to receive, okay? So let's go ahead and pull a card to see what the current energy is. These are my angel number cards that I love very much. We have habit as well as puzzled. Right now, the energy you're in is that you're continually to do things a specific way, and then you're finding issues with that, and you don't know why you're having issues. I think your method of doing things has you've outgrown it, but it's difficult for you to accept that. This is also speaking to being conflicted. It's like you know you need to do better, you know how to do better, but there's so many benefits of you doing things the wrong way, so it's difficult for you to change that. And I get that. Many people have been there, many people are there. Hell, there's stuff like that in my life as well. But that's what your overall energy is coming up for the month of July. And if you haven't, definitely check out the full moon reading for Capricorn season. Right now, we are definitely eliminating the things that need to be fixed and let go of. And that's what Spirit is giving. It's literally saying, this is not serving you, so you need to, move forward. I feel like this has to do with letting go of a romantic situation for you, for some of you. For others of you, it's aligned with betrayal. Overall, if you're waiting on an apology, don't allow that to paralyze you. I also feel like some of you might be needing to apologize and you don't want to because you're still healing. Either way, you are what is making you stagnant now, and you have to accept that and move forward in different energy. When it comes to your love situation, we have the Two of Wands and the Sun card. So for some of you, I see love is going good. I see that you are back dating. I see that you are being courted. I see that you have options and you outside. The Sun speaks to being happy, having clarity, but also most importantly, self-esteem, which I feel like is really important in dating. I always tell people, if you go out and you're feeling good, you are naturally going to attract other people. So I'm glad to see that you guys are in that space. For others of you, I see that if you're in a partnership or a relationship, you're kind of considering what the next step should be, what next action you could take. It might be related to pregnancy. If you want to have a baby, it might be related to, I'm really picking up on moving. Like some of you guys might want to move in together. But either way, Spirit is calling you to get out of your comfort zone. And I think that's what's so difficult, with this overarching energy around you. You are a creature of habit. You do things in habit, and also that are expected of you. And that's what the Hierophant is speaking about. So it's you do want to leap, you do want to make this change with your partner. You're ready, but also you're afraid about what other people might think, or that it's not aligning with who you really feel like you are. And I mean, You gotta, let me pull this in here. You gotta figure that out. You gotta figure it out. Do you want to be happy for you, or do you want to be making other people happy? That's basically what your love story is. Who you want to please? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta figure that out. Also in love, like this is literally choices and stuckness. You gotta make a decision. But I feel like your partner is patient. Your partner is gonna be there, but don't wait too long. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't worry about your mama and them. You know, your mama need her own man. Hell. When it comes to your money situation, I feel like you're about to get a promotion, but this promotion is going to require you to do a few things. For some of you, you're already a natural born leader, but you have to just make sure you are communicating like a leader and making sure that you look like a leader on paper. So updating your resume, taking some, career coaching, things of that nature to like have you in alignment with where you're trying to go. Also, you need to move your mindset. With the Six of Swords here, you need to let go of things like these habits, again, coming up, these habits, these ideas that keep you stagnant, so that you can really like, when this opportunity arises, like you don't fumble it. For others of you, you might already be in a position of leadership and power, and I see that you're going to be sharing your information, and how can I say, you're going to be in a position of leadership, but it's not as it seems. Like stuff is like really messed up, or like things are like changing fast, and you have to kind of stay quick and agile in your mindset and your communications for that. For some of you, this is very frustrating because that's not what you signed up for. So there's like, you end up being drained and kind of fighting for things that you don't necessarily want. So just be mindful of that. If that comes up, do inventory and move on to what serves you. And then for others, I'm picking up on two things, which is really interesting because I'm like, give me another story. For some of you, if you aren't where you want to be financially, that is about to change, but it has a lot to do with how you take responsibility emotionally for what has transpired. So I feel like you might have fumbled a situation, and now it's taking you so long to get back on your feet, and you're blaming everybody else except for you taking responsibility for yourself. And that's what's bringing up like a blockage in your financial situation. Also, I'm picking up on, if this is the situation at work from this last story, things will change, but don't get so angry about the fact that you were in a situation to begin with that you start lashing out and miss the opportunity, or not necessarily miss the opportunity, but kind of like sour the bunch because you're just like, yeah, they said I was going to be doing it. You know how I be at work. They said I was going to be doing this, and I'm doing that, and I don't like this. It's like, don't be doing all that. You the boss, you a boss. So don't get into all that petty rigmarole. Also related in your love situation, find ways to work in collaboration with people. Find people that you can collaborate with and not be codependent under. I think that is really what the issue is right now, and why that emotional stuff is coming up, because it's like, you might be under somebody that you thought was going to do something a certain way, and they're showing that they're not. And instead of pivoting, you're getting mad because of your personal relationship with them. You have to be more empathetic and give this person grace, because I feel like there's something they might be going through. No, it doesn't have anything to do with you, but you're making it have to do something with you. And you need to let that shit go. Like, you being very petty and self-absorbed, and this really is not having anything to do with you, because it's not impacting your money or any of your personal situations, but you're taking it very personally, and it's just not a good look. The World card, the Nine of Cups, come here to speak to the fact that once you balance your emotions, you'll be able to see these new opportunities that you're facing. This is beautiful when we talk about finances, because it speaks to achievement, it speaks to leveling up, it speaks to completion and moving on to what's next, as well as being satisfied and emotionally balanced, as well as like a really good host, a really good leader. But to get there, you have to let go of the things that aren't working now. And that's very hard for you because, again, you're stubborn, you're a creature of habit, you're conflicted because you want things to not only be away, look away and be away, but you got to let go of that, because that's kind of what is in the way of you feeling, honestly, it like really, nobody cares about how you feel. I'm gonna say that to you. Nobody cares about how you feel. You care about how you feel, and that's important. Just like I care about how I feel, but nobody cares about how you feel. And you need to recognize that and realize that and let that go and stop holding on to it, because don't nobody care. And you kind of like throwing tantrums at work, and it's like, nope, they really don't care. And you don't give, and your relationship with this person, it's like, you can pay your bills, you can go home, you might be frustrated or, overstimulated or angry about the work you're doing, but it's not hard work. It's just not what you want to be doing. Stop throwing temper tantrums. Okay, I had to hold your hand and say, you tripping. So chill, like, I can get being upset that you are not doing something you signed up for. Definitely happened to me many times. But the way you're reacting to it internally is weak. Stop doing that. You ain't weak. Let's go into your general warnings. Spirit is warning you that there might be a change in your finances, but also this shift is necessary for your success. Now, I think that's interesting, because I just told you you're doing too much. I just told you you're doing too much. And I think if you keep doing too much, you're going to do your ass too much out of a job. Now, this is saying things will be okay, but do inventory of where you are right now. Look at your budget. Look at your expenses. Look at your plans. Look at your goals. Look at the things that are coming down the pipeline. What's happening? Can you afford to be out of work? Right? If you can't afford to be out of work, you need to get out of your feelings. Because the way you're headed now, your habits, your assumptions, your behavior is definitely creating some conflict, not only for you, but for around your colleagues. And that's going to impact your larger situation. Another thing that you have to be mindful of is misusing your power. I feel like I already said, there was you have the Magician here in reverse. So I feel like somebody told you things were going to be working some kind of way, and now it's a different situation. I'm also feeling like, as a result, you might be like overusing your, like you might be abusing power, or like, taking that out on other people. So just be mindful of that. Also, another thing too is you are capable of a lot more than what you've already accomplished, but you're not pushing yourself to get there or to do that, because you allow situations like what we're describing right now to get in your way. And this is speaking to having the tools, having the resources to create whatever outcome you want, but not believing in your own gifts enough to lean into that. Like, it's just a lot of untapped potential and also misuse of the power you have. And it's just like, get out of your feelings. This also wants to warn you about making sure that you are doing your work well and not sloppy or rushing. I don't know why this turned out to be a career reading, but this is definitely giving career. So that's another warning that they want you to be aware of. As far, another thing too is your home life is a little very unbalanced. If you're in a relationship, you need to be taking more care of that. Date nights, intimacy, you know, things of that nature. If you have children, you need to be spending more time with them, pouring into them, teaching them things. Your friendships as well. Also, I'm picking up that you might be a little too casual at work or in financial settings, and you need to you definitely need to tighten that up based on the role that you currently have. But you really what's so crazy about this is you have such an unhealthy attachment to living and doing and being a certain way that it is getting in the way of you elevating. And I think this is super interesting because when we speak about habit, that's literally everything is giving. It's saying that you are your own villain. Inevitability, on the other side of this habit is inevitability. It's time for you to grow and change and level up. You don't want yourself to. You can't seem to for some reason, but it's time. And it's inevitable. It's like you're either going to grow. It's either, what they say, move on or be dragged, however that goes. That's literally what it's given right now. So Aries, you got the decision to make. What you want to do, boo? If you need a private reading, I'm available 7 days a week. You got a lot to process. I would definitely check out the full moon and Capricorn video for more details, and also the July just overall reading to, you know, I think that's a pick a card, I don't remember, but there's other insights there, Cancer reading, but it's time for you to make some changes, and you know that already, okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.